That's what I'm talking about. Guinea Pig, Ryan Stock, Amber Lynn Walker, everybody. Welcome to the show, man. It's nice to see you. Amber Lynn, nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Before we start, can we just show your forearms? Show everybody your forearms right here.
Yeah, that's from earlier today.
What happened? You're bandaged up and you look like you've pulled them right out.
Oh, we haven't pulled them right out. We pulled a car today for another TV show.
So you put hooks in your arm and pulled a car.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's pretty fun.
I mean, explain the show to people if they haven't seen it. The purpose of it's not just you going through stunts for the sake of it, right?
No, it's all scientific, and we try to teach people things at the same time. It's, you know, it's stupid, but it's educational.
I don't know if it's stupid. I think you're just testing the process. You're showing everybody the process, right?
Definitely testing the endurance of the human body and seeing how far we can push it.
And I mean, have you ever been presented a challenge for him where you just like what are some of the craziest things that he said, here's what we're going to do, or you've pitched it?
Crazy, suspension, definitely. This season, I believe it's the last episode. Suspending from hooks in the flesh is definitely an extreme experience.
Just whoosh. That's totally
Right
a
through the
fetish
back.
for some
Yeah.
people, though, right? Wait through the back, and then what do you do?
I just hang from them for as long as you can, and it's going to be a good episode.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
Where's the scientific value in that?
Well, it's about the resilience of skin and why those hooks wouldn't just tear out. Most people think they're their earrings, they would just rip out. So it's about explaining why they wouldn't just rip out of your back.
Now, the idea for Guinea Pig didn't really... This wasn't the show that was pitched initially, right? Didn't somebody call you in to do another TV show?
Ish. It was originally an idea for one episode on sleep deprivation,
Yep.
and which ended up getting canned, and we're now on second season of all kinds of weird stuff.
Okay, show me. I want to show something else on his arm. These purple marks. Okay, this little thing here. That little, this mark. What's that from?
That's from Piranha, which is an episode coming up on sea creatures and all their different defense mechanisms, and that's the Piranha defense mechanism.
What does that feel like?
It feels like two razor blades coming together on each side of your skin.
Okay, now there's another one here. Look at these little dots right there. Amber Lynn, tell us what those are.
Well, these are actually just fun in Vegas. Ryan decided to hold a stun gun onto his arm until it set fire.
To his skin.
Just to see how long he could actually hold it on there.
Now, I mean, what's interesting about your show is a guy you used to work with who I once interviewed, Jim Rose, said anybody can do this stuff and bleed. The trick to a show like this is to not bleed.
Right.
Definitely.
That's the truth. And we worked with Jim Rose for a number of years as well. So.
Have you ever bled? Like hard?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you bleed. I mean, you try not to, especially in front of a live audience, but sometimes you bleed. I've broken bones, I've been cut, I've had some serious injuries.
Well, there's actually, I mean, it's, in a sense, you are a crash test dummy because I know that I heard a story about tasers being recalled because they didn't work on you.
Yeah, that's a new episode.
Definitely. A civilian taser we were testing out for Taser International hit Ryan with it, and it's supposed to hit you for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Ryan was able to rip it out at 3.5 seconds.
You shot him with it, right?
I did shoot him. That was lovely.
Is that the best couples therapy ever, when you can just do this to him?
Yeah, we don't need to go see a therapist. I just get my aggressions out on him.
Has there ever been anything where you just don't want him to do?
Definitely. He was supposed to find out the breaking point of bones with the UFC champion, and I said no.
Wait, they were just going to hold your arm and break it like Steven Seagal?
More or less, see how much pressure it would take to actually break the bone itself. Amber didn't want us to do that.
If he could actually handle the break, they'd take it as far as he wanted it to, but he doesn't tap out.
No, you don't tap out. But I hear you have a low pain threshold.
I don't know. People say I've got a high pain threshold. People say different things. I think I just kind of process that a little different. I don't think I feel less pain or more pain. I just process that a little different, and I don't panic. I never panic about anything.
You know, sometimes when I've interviewed athletes before, you interview a boxer, and they say sometimes they go to a bar and people want to pick fights with them to say, I can take the guy that won the championship. What's it like when you go to a bar?
People...
Nobody messes with Ryan. The most Ryan gets is, hey, Guinea Pig, can you lick my exhaust pipe? Most people are...
How do you answer that one, Ryan?
I say, I don't think you can afford it.
Fair enough. So it's actually, I mean, and so you weren't initially a part of the show, right? I mean, you weren't supposed to be the co-host in the show?
No, they actually had a different co-host, and Discovery Channel tended to want somebody with more of a chemistry with Ryan, and I applied, and they figured it was a good idea.
Got a cute story. They actually met at like the Edmonton Fringe Festival or something like that.
Yeah, she was a balloon artist. She dressed as a fairy. She had wings on her back, and I was swallowing swords. And
He thought it was
1 plus 1. That makes perfect sense. And I suspect, you know, it's a statement to where we are as a culture, right? I mean, like Jackass, I love Jackass. I think it's the height of comedy because it's just what slapstick comedy is for this generation.
Right.
And I imagine that what you do is just an extreme form. It's like it's a sideshow, but with just another texture to it, right?
More or less, yeah. It is the sideshow. It is the slapstick. You know, it's people like to see people get hurt. We just kind of taken it up a notch to be educational, try to teach people something at the same time.
Has a network ever said to you can't do that?
Yeah, mostly the insurance companies and stuff. I mean, there's certain things that we just can't do. We've had problems last year. I was set on fire, and we had some animal rights activists who heard we were setting guinea pigs on fire. And so there's all this uproar, and then they went, "Oh, it's a human guinea pig. Oh, okay, go ahead."
And they don't care about you. That's amazing. That's good. What have they said no to you for, the network?
We almost, last season we did the body burn. They almost pulled the plug on that. They freaked out about that more than anything else we did, more than the car accident. It was just insane for me.
Yeah, they also had problems with the UFC thing, and it's always a matter of getting into these meetings and trying to make it seem lighter than it's actually going to be. You know, you sit down with people and you try to make it really seem easy going.
I know they're going to shoot me with rubber bullets, and but it'll be fine.
Yeah.
What's been the worst? The pain that you just kind of go, that's it.
Well, last year we tested a new kind of pepper spray that was X2. It's double the strength, and they emptied an entire canister on me, so it was dripping off my face, and it was in my armpits. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's pretty painful. That's pushing the threshold.
And so are you like laying on the ground barfing, having your moment?
Not barfing, but getting led to a shower. They lost the shower facilities. It took them about half an hour to get me into the shower.
This definitely wasn't pleasant.
Have you had a moment, though, because you obviously care about the guy above and beyond the fact you work for him, where you watch him go through something and you think, God, why don't we just get a talk show?
You know, the one thing that really messed with me was dogs. Dogs hate Ryan, like big dogs. He's been attacked 10 times. The biggest dog was the Great Dane. He actually had its face all re-glued together because of a Great Dane. And with the dog suits, which is really weird, they don't protect your neck or your groin.
Almost every suit, almost every protective suit protects everything but your neck and your groin.
The most important. It just doesn't make sense.
And so when you realize that it's a new stunt with him and dogs, look out?
I actually was about to walk off set, and I was very angry because the trainer wasn't there for the dog.
How many more episodes can you do of this before you're finished, do you think?
As many as they'll buy.
It's good to see you, man. Thank you very much. Ryan and everyone, it's a pleasure to have you guys on the show. By the way, Ryan did an extreme experiment for us today. Go to our website, cbc.ca/thehour. Click on After the Hour, and you can see what he did for us on the hour. When we come back, one of the stars from one of my favorite TV shows.